What's going on? I haven't shot a video in a long time. I'm hoping to get back into it, and I've got a lot of things planned. I'm working with some video games. I'm doing some production stuff, so I'll cover that whenever we get to preview my music in some games. I've got one where maybe a pop up of a character of me, isn't it? That's pretty cool. I thought we'd start this off. It's been a few years of really revamping the channel. So, Fate. I'm going to start with Fate. It's always a classic. It's something I love. I actually have a remix, a lo-fi remix of Fate on the YouTube channel. You should go check it out. It's pretty cool. We're just going to new game. I have all these different characters. Some are New Game Plus, but we're going to start fresh. Nice. We'll just do Adventure. I haven't played in a few years. Way Rest. I don't really care what the dude looks like, if we're being honest. The pet, we're going with the dog. Way Rust. Let's go.
Since oldest living memory, the dungeon gate has stood in the heart of the old wood. Its doorway leads to infinite possibility, to subterranean lands fabled in stories and myths. Many adventurers have passed over that ancient threshold, some to find fame, glory, and wealth beyond telling, and others never to return. The town of Grove has ever been the safe haven at the dungeon's mouth, a watering hole and resting place for weary adventurers. Here great tales are told by the inn's fire, journeys are planned, and legacies are made. The minstrels sing of the great feats of heroes long gone, and statues ring the square, a testament to their deeds. After traveling many hard and dusty days, you and your faithful companion arrive at last in the fabled forest town, which waits beneath the long shadow of the gate. Within these walls lies the path to infinite adventure. It is here that you will test your worth, and perhaps find fortune and glory along the way. It is here that you will determine your fate.
Sick. The nostalgia's already hitting. Alright, we gotta figure out where... In this game, you progress through the dungeon. To win, you have to find a specific mob, pretty high level, and defeat it. It's different every time, so I'm not gonna be like a coward and reset. So whatever we get, we get. We gotta hope. I'm hoping it's somewhere in like the 30s or low 40s. 50th, nice. A griffin, okay. Gosh darn it. 50th. I gotta try to remember that. Let's slow it in. Oh, it's been so long, dude. I used to revisit this game and Ocarina of Time, both of them.
Your journey has begun.
It scared me. Once a year, I would revisit the games and try to complete at least one playthrough. And a few years ago, I ended up playing through Fate through a few New Game Pluses, and I had a great time. So here's our dude. I know what we got to do first, but before we really start, I got to figure out: am I gonna go mage? Am I gonna go warrior? Are we gonna do like a block setup? If we're gonna do warrior, go with the shield and look for like tankiness. Do we want to dual wield and just kind of raw damage and pop healing pots? I don't really know what I want to do. The caster build is probably the easiest. I don't know if we want to do that though. Just summon a bunch of minions.
Well, what can I do for you?
Okay, first we need a fishing pole because the first like 15 minutes of this video are going to be fishing because you can fish. Do I not have to equip it? I guess I don't. It's been too long, dude. Okay, do the help. Yep, got all the keybinds. We're good. Close the help menu. Let's turn on run. Before I do anything, I'm gonna go fishing. You can catch legendary items. You can sell them. It's pretty effective. So we're just gonna sit here and waste some time. The fishing in this game, that was quick. It's pretty basic. Definitely a good vibe. I love lo-fi. I used to be a lo-fi producer. I still kind of am. It's just not popping like it used to. But I might do some videos and put out some videos where I'm just playing the game, but there's no audio. I'm not on here speaking, and it's just different lo-fi beats. I love doing lo-fi remixes, ripping the songs from games. I used to do it all the time. I actually have a New World, when it was popping, I put a video out where I took the New World soundtrack and I flipped a lot of the soundtracks from that game into lo-fi beats. So go check that out. It's one of the first videos on the channel from a few years ago. Pretty cool. Also, backdrop. I'm in a completely new setup, a new location, new studio. It has not been soundproofed yet, so my audio quality is kind of meh. But I have a minor setup still. But within the next couple of weeks, I plan to complete the backdrop, to finish soundproofing. I missed it. To finish soundproofing all around here, so it's going to be pretty dope. I'm excited to see where this goes. You know, launching a channel for the first time in years. It's going to be enjoyable. I've never been great with talking to myself. I used to chop up videos, and I might still do that. I love playing like some FPS games like Cxldaf, some really sweaty stuff, and I can cut clips. But I really want to get into just long play, catching a vibe, playing through just, I don't know. But I don't know how to chat through that. We got to figure that out. I got to figure out how to talk my way through, you know, keeping people interested. But who's really interested in me versus in the game? That's kind of where I'm at right now. We're literally going to sit here till I get at least one like legendary piece of equipment. On one of my playthroughs, on my last playthrough, I think it was my last, I started the game and I fished for like 2 or 3 hours, and I ended up with a full set. Weapons, armor, rings, I think rings, just the whole set of legendary items, and then blew through like half of the dungeon in one sitting. But I think I screwed myself. There's quest lines. You gotta go to the NPCs, accept a quest, go to this dungeon level. It helps if you try to queue them all for like one dungeon level. So you can knock them all out at once, return, turn them in, get your XP, level your character. I blew through it to see how far I could get, and I ended up at like in the 20s or 30s of the dungeon, and was just getting smoked by everything. I had to backtrack a bunch and catch my character up on quests, and it was horrible. I wasted a lot of time that I thought I was saving. So I really got to be careful. I might do some min-maxing. This game doesn't get talked about enough, bro. It really kick-started a lot of games. It got overshadowed by Diablo. But Wild Tangent, when they put this game out, they actually made some more. I may cover them too. They have sequels, and I have all of them. They're pretty solid. But I believe this was created. I could be wrong. I believe this game was created by one guy. Outside of music and stuff like that, I believe. I could be wrong. But I know at least the head developer, if not the only developer, went on to work for another company, and they put out, I hope I'm not getting this wrong, and I need to look it up, but Torchlight, which is a game I have Torchlight 2 on the Switch. Solid game, and I believe he went on to go join the team that is behind Torchlight, which is pretty cool. This game is a top 5 for me. It's something I will always return to. I'm a very big fan. It's a pretty basic game. It's pretty basic, but there's so much you can do. There's so much variety to your characters and your play style, especially with magic. But even then, the melee. Just the different weapons and weapon types and strats you can use on your character is really cool. I really got to decide what we're going to do. You can do archer, we can do mage, or we can do warrior. But I got to figure it out before we kickstart anything, because I want to be able to dump literally everything into. I don't want to spread things out. If we're going to go for like a self-healing warrior, I need to do that. If I'm gonna go for a mage, I gotta figure out, am I gonna be like a caster that's I'm spawning, you know, a ridiculous amount of mobs to help me? Am I gonna go for just a glass cannon and go for high DPS? Gotta figure out what I want. This would be a cool part of streaming. I could just ask people for their opinion, but I don't think my PC could handle streaming. I also apologize if the mic quality is on or off. Again, not only have I not soundproofed the studio, but I've done minimal testing with OBS just to figure out where my mic is right now, and if it's overpowering or not really showing up. So I hope it's coming in pretty strong past the audio of the game. I want to say with because I'm using my previous setup, I didn't adjust it at all. Let's see, no, I can't adjust audio from in the game. I have to go to the menu. Who wants to do that? Dude, I cannot believe we have not gotten a single legendary item. These will all sell. That's cool. Throw that on. It's going to do nothing for us, but might as well have some grit, browski. We need either a flawless fish, which we're probably not going to catch this early on, a flawless. So, yeah, let me go into that. Each of these fish you can feed. I'll show you. You can feed your
pet has been transformed.
Now he's a wyvern. The fish have their own rarities. So you have small, you have fingerling. Do we have any others? No, we don't. There's a bunch of different rarities. Each one dictates how long it gets to stay as that creature. So you have the fingerling, which is 120 seconds. You have the small, which is 300 seconds. If you get a flawless, it's permanent until you change it. You can change it back to a dog. You can change it to another creature. And there is a ton of different creatures you can end up having as pets, or having your pet transform into. And we really want a flawless. I want to save inventory space. I don't like having to cycle through fish, every 300 seconds. It's just not that efficient, and I end up losing a lot of inventory space. So if we can catch a flawless, that would be great. But you can buy them later on, and if we can catch some legendary gear, money will be no real issue for a little while. It'll start being an issue later on. Dude, we cannot catch anything. Just a bad seed, I guess. This is ridiculous. The next video that I put out for the Fate series that I'm launching will most likely be dungeon diving only, dungeon crawling only. This one's going to be more of getting the hang of it again, testing out some things, and fishing, a whole lot of fishing. Which used to do well. I used to put out lo-fi beats and do beat compilations where it was just a non-stop video. I fished for like 2 hours and videoed it with no audio, and then I had lo-fi beats playing, and it performed decently well back in the day. But lo-fi's just kind of falling off, bro. Lo-fi's just not what it used to be. I kind of missed that. That was some of the most fun I've had creating music, which I produce for rappers, and I'm producing on. I can't reveal anything, but I've got a video game release coming out soon that I partnered with a video game, and a pretty big game. I actually used to cover their stuff in my old channel too. Cracked. Nice. Yeah. These are, at this point, I don't want any gemstones that aren't superior. Superior is the highest rarity until you get to gemstones that are like unique themselves. So you can get like a turquoise. You can get a cracked, you can get like a normal, you can get a superior, you can get a bunch of different like rarities or ratings, I guess, of the gem. Each one is stronger than the next. But you can get unique gems. I don't remember the names of them, but like something of the Traveler. Like you can get these. There's only a handful, but very specific, unique gems in the game that are absolutely busted. And I don't remember if it's only fishing or how you obtain them, but I have I have a maxed out account. Maxed out. It just didn't go to New Game Plus, or it was a New Game Plus 1, 2, or 3 or something, but instead of passing, you can choose to go New Game Plus, and you can reset, pass down an item, you can take an item with you and start a new character, or you can just keep that character, forget about the boss, you killed the boss, and now just see how deep in the dungeon you can make it. Dogfish. So yeah, there's, let's see, you can reset, so I'm going to save that, probably throw it in the chest. You can reset your pet if you ever want to. I don't know why I would want to, but I don't know, I like the pup. At least they'll sell, but they're not going to sell high. But yeah, New Game Plus, you kind of grandfather your an item. I believe it's only one, but I think you can grandfather any item that can go into your inventory. And instead of grandfathering an item with one of my accounts, usually I New Game Plus, with one of my accounts back in the day, I just decided to see how far I could go. And I want to say I reached 99 or 100 in the dungeon, which is pretty hefty. I think I was on the 3rd difficulty out of 4. And I don't remember how, but I ended up with more of those unique gemstones than I would know what to do with. And so, I don't remember if it was fishing or if it was just dungeon crawling. Purchasing from the merchant, maybe? I don't know. Holy crap. See, if I was editing back in my old editing style, I would have just cut through the fish, complained for 30 seconds, and then shown you the legendary items. I believe the most high-selling item in the game it's a pair of boots, the legendary ancestral footsteps, I believe. And if we can get one of those, identify it with a scroll, I believe it sells for like 11 million gold, which will cover everything we can need in the game for 20 or 30 levels in the dungeon. So we can go and immediately deck out our character and start farming XP, start farming dungeon levels. I'm gonna run out of inventory space soon. I'm gonna go sell. This is a shame, dude. Maybe I'm just remembering things incorrectly, but I don't remember the last time that I've just
May
about
fortune
filled an
favor
inventory
you.
with only fish. See, most of these are not going to sell very high. This is our mage. We can buy all of our different spells. A lot of summoning spells. Might be good to grab just to save in case the shop refreshes and they're not there. But I don't see myself getting 97 magic anytime soon. Plus, when you get this high, there's other options. Some of these will spawn more of a creature than others. Some of them, they level off of charm skill level better than others and higher than others. So sometimes the cheaper option and the lower level option is better. I think I'm going to do a mage. So we need to look out, if I remember correctly, there's a spell. We need that one, the dispel summon monsters. Because casters can be a pain. Actually, we may not if I can just overwhelm. But there's a spell, I don't remember what it bases off of, but if we find it I can read on it, that will show you, because you have to journey through the dungeon to find the staircase to descend to the next level, and there's a spell that you can level that will show you where that is, so we could speed through different levels. Because it would be nice to be able to grab a bunch of quests, knock them out, speed through like 4 or 5 dungeon levels, turn them in, and make a quick playthrough since we're on the 2nd difficulty, I believe is what I chose. It would be very nice. Oh, I hope the audio's coming through smoothly. Alright, I'm not keeping these. These gems are not up to par with the build I'm wanting to do. I think if we're going to go summoning, I may just go for, or a cast, I guess, yeah, summoning. Okay, summoning build. I may go for casting speed, which means I would need a socketed staff, which I could try to enchant, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about anything until we get some gold. We need a lot of gold bonus points if we can find a legendary item that we can equip, or that the requirements aren't that high and we can get in this setting, or in this current video. Would be really, really cool. I think I'm gonna shoot for like 40 minutes to an hour for these long playthroughs. And I haven't figured out if I'm gonna do a release schedule or what I'm gonna do. I've talked to a buddy that runs a YouTube channel, Poetics. We've talked about doing like we play Cxldaf and other games together, and doing like collaborative releases. And if we do that, I may also do my own, like, just screwing around on like Cxldaf or something, and cut those videos up, drop like 10-minute videos, and then maybe do like a long playthrough of Fate every like Saturday or something. Just pick one day a week and make sure I have it coming out on that day every week. After we get through a Fate playthrough too, I may swap games. I may stick to this stuff and just do a new game plus, increase the difficulty, less explaining, which there's not going to be a lot of explaining once we get things rolling. But push through a new game plus and the harder difficulty, maybe. I don't know. Gotta figure out what I really want to do. We have not gotten a single one. This is ridiculous. Oh, I gotta be careful on these long playthroughs. I'm trying not to do any editing at all. So I gotta watch my tongue, man. Watch the mouth. Let's see. This is like gambling, dude. It's getting my dopamine up after we catch, waiting for it to read what we're getting. I really want to figure out what to do with this channel. I think a lot of this video is going to be just kind of thinking out loud. I could do some like production stuff. I could do some like, here's how I made this and that. But it's been years since I've had like a hit or put out anything that's performed well. And so algorithmically it wouldn't matter. But I'm not really trying to just go huge with the channel. I like the idea of running a small channel, stress-free, schedule some things out and just have fun. And if that's the case, then I could just have, I could make a video of making a lo-fi beat from scratch in, 45 minutes or less or something, or 10 minutes or less, and go real basic. I'm working on a project right now that I'm hoping to put out on Spotify. It's 8-beat lo-fi beats, or 8-bit lo-fi beats, and try to just capture that old nostalgia, the real lo-fi with it. The only problem I'm finding is how do you blend that, back in 8-bit, how do I blend like the atmospheric vibes with the 8-bit? I don't know. But I have two, I've made 2 beats so far that I think are gonna fit well into the project, and so I can kind of base the entire project off of those 2. I think it'll be cool if it works out. I don't know if it'll work out. We'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe by the next video. I've got a bunch of stuff ordered, and I've already started planning on the studio in here. How to get my audio quality back to... I used to record my own music, but I recorded artists that would come to my studio and record. My audio quality was beautiful, so I really want to... Okay, low level. We got one identify scroll we start with. We're going to use it to... kind of weak. Let's see what it sells for before we continue.
Be welcome.
Thankfully, there's not a limited amount of gold you can get from selling in this game. 13k. Dude, that is garbage. I'm going to go ahead and just sell it all. I bet we can afford books, though. So, you have your Scroll of Town portal. Don't accidentally head into your dungeon without it. That's a pain. I sold the dogfish. I did not plan to. Screw it. More drip. So, I don't think she has any right now. We're gonna go get books before I forget to, because It's a real pain to try to leave the dungeon.
Well, I've got plenty for sale, so I do,
I'm gonna grab a town portal. We can just throw. Let me get you out of the way. We can throw more in here, so I'm just gonna grab these town portal spells and fill it up. I think it caps at 20, which there's not even. Yeah, we'll be one short. That's fine. And then Book of Identify. Now we can right-click this and identify items. Gotta make sure to keep them stocked. I also want a healing charm. It's like a souped up health pot, and instead of when I use this up, it's gone. With that, you get 8 uses. There's also super healing charms, but I guess because I haven't been to the dungeon yet, I can't get them. We are going to do a mage build, so I might as well just grab some mana pots. And then a stamina pot just in case shit hits the fan. There I go. If shit hits the fan, I want to be able to pop that stamina pot. So when we're in the hub world, I can run infinitely, but you do have limited stamina. And if I gotta run for my life, I do not want to end up slow walking and getting destroyed. Okay, let's get some legendary items. I'm not gonna go through another full inventory. I'm just gonna sit here probably another 5 minutes. And if we don't get anything, we're just gonna grab some basic gear, head to the dungeon, knock out some quests. Ooh, I gotta make sure to grab some quests. I haven't put up paneling or anything yet, so if you hear some crying in the background, I do have children. But I think my wife is tending to that one right now. Okay. Time to lock in and continue with the games. There's some things I wish this game would have implemented with their future games. Like a bait system. I would have loved a bait system for different rarity of fish, just to expand. One of my favorite things when I was younger in this game was its fishing, because right now we're doing basic fishing off the dock in a hub world, but you can do, while you're in your crawls in the dungeon, you can find spots where you can fish in the dungeon. And I would have loved the ability to have different rarities, different holes, different, maybe enchanted holes. Could have been pretty cool. Alright, this is the last one. If I don't catch it, I'm out of here, and if I do catch it and it's not anything special, oh well, we're selling it and we're grabbing gear. Let's see. That's a gemstone. It's not special. Alright, let's grab some gear.
I have many mystic items for sale.
Position that differently. Okay, if we're going to start off, we're going to level pretty quick. I need something I can spawn. I think the lowest would be skeletons. No, it would be spiders. So let's grab that. We'll learn that pretty early on. We'll get the magic requirement. Attack, charm, and defense, that's probably going to be the best. We want high charm, because I believe it scales off a charm. +1 spider level per charm skill level. Max of 6, yeah, so we want charm. We'll be able to get that soon. I may just have to go melee some things to get some levels. Socketed ring, we have the money. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, sell that for extra money. Socketed amulet, we'll grab that. Alright, now we need to... What do we need to do? The gambler.
Hello there.
If we can afford anything here, 1700, let's gamble on some boots. Could be good, could be bad, it's going to give us random stats. Oh, dude. Attack magic skill bonus, mana recovered. Solid stamina, defense. I rock with these. They'll work great in the mage build. Till we get, they're the worst boots in the game. So we'll replace them eventually. I think we're good. We don't have a staff yet, so grabbing a staff, let's go for that. Just don't hit us with any debuffs. Ice damage. Okay, so I believe it's melee only, but that works. Defense and vitality, we'll use that, sell that. Let's go try to get some gear. I think this is armor.
Don't be wasting my time.
Nope. We'll start with a basic robe. A little bit of defense, just because we're going to damage tank everything. We'll have minimal magic. I think I can actually... No, I need to have a magic to learn this. Is there any spells we can use?
May the light shine upon you.
Stamina spell, don't need that. Dispel summon. We're not gonna. I don't think you face anything that summons till later, if I'm not mistaken. So we just kind of need high damage. I don't know. There's one more merchant in town. We're gonna go hit him. I also need to figure out. There it is. Tab. Okay, we got our map. I want it zoomed out all the way.
I've got
The
something
yellow
special you might be
gems
interested
on the map
in.
are people that are open to taking a quest from, and then I believe they go red whenever you've completed the quest. All right. I don't see any damaging spells in here that we could use. We're probably just better off to run in and... I think we're just better off to descend. Oh, nope, we are not. I forgot about questing. Okay. We preferably... I just glitched under the map. That was sick. Can I do that again? No. Preferably, I would like to have quests that all take the same level, so I want them all to be on level 1
fine
or 2.
day.
Okay, 2. We'll
You have
accept it.
received a quest.
2, we'll accept it. I'm not even going to look at what it is, because whenever I accept quests from people, usually it'll be like, you know, find this boss monster, kill it, get the item. We're just going to run through the first level of the dungeon, get to level 2, and then clear everything. 3, I'm good. We can come back if we need to, if I can't find another 2, but 1 or 2,
fine day.
2.
You have received a quest.
We're early on enough, I'm not going to worry about looking at what items it gives you, because sometimes you'll get an incredible item they won't return to them, and the item's just solid, so cancel the quest, keep the item. But at this low of a level, I'm not worried about it. Whatever we find is going to be base items, very, very weak. Let's descend. It's been a long time. Okay. Pretty basic, just point and click. And we can descend. I'm just going to descend. That was very quick. We do need to get some kills to level up our XP bar. So our stamina is yellow, our XP is right above it. I believe we get XP if the pet kills things, so we'll just let the pet do this thing. Ah, there's a boss. I bet that's, we're not going to get a question for that. There it is. Boom. Actually,
The quest
yeah,
is completed.
Let's see what the item is. Is it worth? Yeah, I'm not using a pickaxe. Cool. So we're already 1/3 of the way done with our quest line. Don't be fooled. Everything looks really easy right now, but we're kind of starting off with decent gear. Not incredible, but decent. And the first, like, I don't want to say 5 to 10 levels of the dungeon are not that difficult. Just a whole bunch of point and click. You know what? Let's go ahead and look it up. What do I need? So we just have to find an item. It could be anywhere, so I need to start breaking things. And then destroy bats. Oh, and it's bat minions. Okay, so I gotta find the boss. He'll have minions. Weapon rack, trash. I need to figure out the key. Toggle alt. Might get annoying. I apologize if it's annoying, but I like to constantly have the words over things. Things will fall.
You have gained in experience and skill.
This might be difficult. Okay, yeah, not difficult. And there's a fish merchant over there. We'll see if we can... That kind of hurt. Alright, taking the boss out. There's no real stress right now. We have no magic. We have no anything.
You have completed
There we go.
a quest.
Let's go check this dude out. Do we have any flawless fish we can start off with? We're just looking for the word flawless. Fingerling. All fingerling. Trash. Okay, there's another glowing character here. Let's go. Mini boss.
You have gained in experience and skill.
Okay, we've leveled, I think, twice. What is it specifically I need? Are we just going to mag up magic? Yep, magic and charm. Alright, let's dump it into magic. That might be enough. I bet that's enough. And charm. Where's charm? Am I blind? Charm magic. Bottom. Okay. Inventory, we're going to learn.
You have learned a new spell.
Got it equipped. I don't know how long they're gonna... Let's see. If you hover over the spawn creatures, 2 minutes. Tap it twice. Alright, we're 6. We just gotta complete the other quest, we just gotta find an item. It may be earlier on in the level, I did not have Alt tapped where it shows the name of the item hovering over it, which is incredible. So, you know, I'm not getting absolutely lost.
You are fortified.
Some stamina. There are items you can find, like that fountain. Health, mana, stamina, but there's also like anvils you can risk. You can gamble your items, throw your item into it, they can enchant it.
Your pet has grown more skilled.
My pet level, that's sweet. Very sweet. If I can just find the item, I'll go ahead and jump down to the third world before I stop. Because we wanted to sim fast. I don't want to spend... I have a habit of spending too much time trying to not quest out one level at a time just for easy XP, easy fame, which is another form of XP.
The quest is
Boom.
completed.
That's all 3, right? Yep. Okay. Did not want to pick that item up. Didn't want to pick that up. It's a point-and-click game. There is no WASD movement, so sometimes I don't pick things up. Absolutely.
You are exhausted.
I'm exhausted. Great timing. May dump stamina later to dump into stamina. All right. Pop our town portal. Return to town.
You step into the portal.
Let's go turn in the quest before I accidentally sell the wrong thing.
Your pet has increased in power.
An amulet,
You have been
experience,
granted
fame. We want a
new
lot
skills.
of fame. Fame gives you, so when you open up the level up screen, you have your points over here on the right, so when you level up your fame, your notoriety, it changes your name, so Wayrest the Unknown. As your fame levels, you'll get a different title. So Wayrest the hero, the town hero, stuff like that. And you can see renown 1. There's my fame amount in the next level. When that levels, you get points that go into this side. When you level normally, you also get points into this side, but you also get these. Right now, we only want magic because I'm going for the highest charm spawns. My child is losing his mind. We're gonna dump charm. We're gonna dump magic. And then eventually probably go into vitality and dexterity a little bit. And go into some attack magic or defense. I could do like a scared summoner, so just tons of defense and then summoning. The problem is there are mages. Can't think with my child screaming. My apologies. They're going at each other right now. It sounds like. What was I saying? I could do like a tank my character up, tons of healing, tons of defense, summoner, and only let my summoned creatures fight for me. That would help a lot, except for there are mini bosses and there are different types of like mage enemies that can dispel summoned creatures. And if the boss, the main boss that we're going to fight, happens to have, he has a group of enemies that are with him. It's a huge group. If he has even one magician that can dispel my summoned creatures, then I am screwed. There's
May the
going to be no
light
way to
shine
progress.
upon you.
What am I doing? Gotta go turn in the quest.
A fine day.
Okay. Gave us a crossbow, but we want the fame. We can also go to this dude right here and
I'm
pay
well known
gold. Let's do it
throughout.
anyways.
You have gained
You
fame.
can pay some gold, 10,000. I don't have enough. To level up your fame. He will sing songs about you and your fame. Shoot up. So I hope I can say
You
that.
have gained in experience and skill.
Okay. Dump into magic. I want to be able to summon creatures. I want them to last a ridiculous amount of time, but I also want them to be strong. I believe the best summoned creature you can get is not the big dragons, whatever they're called. I looked over them earlier. But the wyverns, they're smaller, but I believe they scale better long term. We kind of want to look
Be
for summoned
welcome,
creatures
traveler.
that it says they aid the caster +1 to the level per charm skill. If you can find the ones that do +2 level, I believe is how it is. So that's a +1 level, +1 level. Maybe not. But I don't see the wyverns, and I believe they're the best. 97 magic. That will take a while. And the second that we find Wyverns, I'm going to buy it and store it. So we'll probably never use the Fire Drakes. They're the dragons. The Timberwolves, I believe, are very solid. They start as level 7. Level 1, level 28. Level 1 rats. I don't know how that's going to... I don't know if they're going to perform any better than the spiders, so we're just going to keep what we got. No superiors. Well, there's a superior. We don't have the money for it. But some ice resistance. Just to stock up on superiors so later we can do a bunch of resistance and a bunch of... There's some opals and stuff that give you casting speed, mana regen, stuff like that. We actually can grab that. I should have checked that, but man, I didn't. What could we afford that would be nice and helpful now? Because we will replace these rings, so I don't care to throw what would be for stone just to do it. So ice resistance, fire resistance, stamina. I want stamina recovered, not stamina. Mana recovered, we can do that. Boom. Casting speed, grab that. We're gonna get low on money quick. Healing based off defense skill level. I'm doubtful because we can just fish up money and use healing charms. So mental map, there it is, and it's off of charm. That's right. Now we can pop this depending on what level we're on, and we can see the exit to the map. It'll be great for pushing 3 to 4 or 5 levels at a time. And the identify. Let's grab that and let's grab the map. So now I can use magic to identify items.
A new spell has been learned.
Mental map. We'll spawn in, summon our creatures, swap. I gotta learn the key bindings again. Swap spells, pop the map, swap back to the charm just in case one of them dies and I need to summon them again, and we'll push through. So now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Let's go ahead and grab these. I guess I could actually sell.
A good day to you, wanderer.
Damage dealt. Damage dealt. They're both damage dealt, and I have a free socket. So I don't know if that's going to be any better, but they're both the exact same, just Drake and Elven. Oh, also, can I use this now? I can, which is going to give us better charm and mana bonus. We're going to use that. Which sucks to lose all the stats from this, but I don't want to be a melee build. I want to let my dudes fight for me. Sell at least one of them. I might as well just do that because I don't see us getting anything to throw in the socket before we get a better amulet.
You have learned a new spell.
Go ahead and read that and sell that. I'm not going to be a bow. I hate archer builds in this game. I mean, you can zoom out, you can use it some, but the way a lot of the dungeons are made, they're just, you might as well just go melee or, tanky melee or whatever.
Can I help you?
I don't think you have anything we want. I think we're good. I don't think I'm going to spend any more time here. We can accept some quests, I guess, do one more round of quests. Nah, I think we're just going to push deeper into the dungeon, make sure I have my spiders on.
You step into the portal.
I need to see. I don't remember. Can you summon before you jump through the portal? Just in case. Sometimes it's a spawn trap. Okay, they last about 4 minutes. I don't know what level. Oh, they're level 17. Yeah, so we're going to be cooking. I got to learn the keybinds. It's spellbook, which will be B. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that. Cast it, go back to our spiders, and we're just going to run through. We can skip the whole floor, let our spiders fight for us. I do want to talk to you. It freezes the game so we're safe. Is there any flawless? Which we have no money. If we find a flawless, I'm going to be very upset. But I have to search. I'm just very curious. Every once in a while you might find one, and then once we get deeper, he sells a bunch. Okay. Take care of the gel. Solid. The exits top right, we're not going to get much XP from these guys, they're all low level. I mean, we'll get some. But yeah, minimal. Questing is most likely going to give us what we need, and I'm not that interested in questing until we get deeper. Why am I meleeing things? I hate how far behind my pets get. Let's go ahead and round all of you up. Run back to the spiders. You guys just do all the damage here. Pick them off. keep running from the spiders. Like,
You are
they're getting
exhausted.
my pets. Okay. Let's quit running. That might actually help me not to outpace myself. We're just gonna go deeper. We'll accept a round of quests here soon, but I'll probably go down to, we'll do level 5, most likely. Okay, yeah, it's right there. Yes, let's just descend. Okay, summon 6, we're good. B, let's go ahead and reveal it, assuming I can. Oh wait, can I just... Oh, I don't have to equip it. I can just pop open the screen and tap it. That's nice. Okay, we're on the 5th. I'm going to go ahead and go camp by the exit. And then we'll pop our town portal. Let them clear out any images that are in here. Is there a fishing spot in here? No, there's not. Okay. Let's go ahead and town portal out. We're going to go accept some quests. Pop right back in.
You enter the
Hopefully we can
portal.
get like a level 6 or 7, because I'm assuming soon we're going to have a little more difficulty. Let's run around and get some quests. We need them all to be the same level. 8th level.
You have received a task.
That's fine. I don't mind to spread them out. It's just easier if they're all on the same level, because we can clear the whole level out, which is
Good day.
7.
You have received
We'll
a
accept
quest.
that, whatever the next one is. If it's 7 or 8, we'll just delete whichever one doesn't align with that. And look for one that 6.
Welcome, friend!
Okay,
You have
so
received
we'll
the
go
quest.
delete the level 7. Delete. We're going to look for 8. We can do 3 8s. That'll be really easy for pushing through. I'm ready for some attack magic, but I don't really want to use these weaker spells, and I'm not
Hello?
levels too low.
You have received
Alright,
a
level
task.
8. Once we get attack magic, I can stand back, let my mobs fight, and I can just implode the areas. Okay.
You step into the portal.
We need to get to 8. How long do my dudes have? 60 seconds. We'll just descend. Light work. Alright. Pop our spell. Right click. Reveal the map to us, and let's get out of here. I'm just going to try to avoid mobs. Continue to run through. Taking decent damage. There's our mage. Alright, I'm going to heal. We're taking some damage, but I'm just going to target him and let my pets do a little bit. Low level pets and this coward here is not a good combo. Get behind him maybe you want one. Okay.
Your pet has increased in
Alright,
power.
they're starting to vanish. There's some more. Targeted. Nice. I really need to go ahead and step it up and get Timberwolves or some other pet, because these guys are just not it. Go back to 6. Let's
You are
pop.
fortified.
Let's pop. Let's descend. If you see me grabbing my eyes, I apologize. If it's getting in the way in any way. I have an eye disease. My eyes are in constant pain, so I have these tics and habits. Yes? Yeah, just stay over there. I'm recording. What? And I can't edit it out, so watch what you say. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Alright, y'all get out. Shut the door. Love you. With these non-edited videos, you're going to get to hear my family and sometimes see them, though I try to keep them away from the internet. Alright, spiders, get to work. These bigger maps are a lot nicer for not getting hurt while I let my dudes just go. I need to get something for my pet, dude. He's just not keeping up. Okay, I forgot the most important part of all this. Due to the interruption, we need to go down one more level, and now we can see the whole map. We're running into new mode. Antidote. I need to go ahead and throw this right there. There are mobs that poison you, and having an antidote is handy. A lot of the time you can out-heal it, but right now we're rocking a low-level healing charm, and Only one healing charm. Ooh. If you have arachnophobia, I apologize. I'm running a team of spiders and we're facing some pretty large boys. Alright. Level 8. We need to clear this whole level out. I'm not going to pop a reveal. Because I don't want to lose track of where I've been. We're all good for about 2 more minutes. Don't assume this. WASD would have been phenomenal. But this game is 22 years old, so it's understandable. We lost some spiders and there's an enemy, and I'm stuck casting. I need faster casting speed. It's great for spamming too. Later on you get to where there's mages that'll just wipe out all your creatures, and when you can instant tap and have another, 6, it's really nice. Probably wouldn't hurt to load. I usually don't care, but destroy a tunnel spider boss, retrieve an armor, so it'll just be on the ground most likely, and retrieve another item. So we're looking for 2 items on the ground, and then a mini boss, if I'm not mistaken. I have a habit of not reading. I'm an Eidolon player, so reading is not something I'm used to. Eidolon video, that could be a fun one. But I've progressed so far that to make anything entertaining that isn't like guides or tutorial, I feel like I'd have to start over, and I really don't want to do a fresh start on my phone. I did one on my phone because they have mobile, and I did a fresh start, free to play. I think it was a 1 character challenge. You can have like 10 current characters all idling at the same time. Also, for this run, I'm not picking up items because we're going to be fishing a lot on and off. Originally, I said this episode was mostly going to be fishing, but I got bored. The next one might be a bunch of fishing, but I may stay away from fishing until I get to a dungeon level where I'm struggling. And then do a bunch of fishing, because we need a flawless fish of any kind, preferably, something decked, but any flawless fish so we can have a permanent transformation on our dog. That'll make a huge difference to your stats. But also legendary items either to wear, there's an archer over there, that could be a problem. Either legendary items at the time of fishing to wear or to sell. We need us a few million gold to be able to farm a bunch of fame or to farm just a bunch of different stats. I gotta put melee as a habit. I typically do melee builds. That's usually my go-to. But I'm kind of, I haven't played in a while. Ooh, Shrine of Learning.
Will you tempt fate?
Tempt fate. You can get different levels for different things. I'm a gambler. My vitality has been reduced. Oh, no. Okay, we lost some stamina and some health, so that's not, it's not great. It's not great. Okay, I'm gonna run around, let my mom do a thing, and just look for items on the ground. It's a whole lot of mobs. Dude, slow capacity we don't have the best defense right now, so oh, there's the boss. I really don't want to get obliterated yet. He's taking no damage. Okay, take it off my mask real quick, my back. Sorry. I may die here. Just gotta hit the heal. No, he didn't poison or nothing. That's great. Alright, let my dudes just take some damage down. I think we have a mana, which we don't need mana at the moment. Where are you guys going? Get on the boss, bro. I gotta keep running off. Okay, more spiders. Go do your thing. Very slow boss fight. Very slow zombie on his way up here. Like that really. Let's go ahead and get a couple more. I didn't point this out earlier. I assume you see it though. Summoning 6 out of 6. It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes with what's going on, so I just kind of watch this number. If it ticks down at all, if any of them have died, I will do my best to replace them. So quit targeting me. Let's go ahead and try to cast some more. I did not run far enough. I'm going to get hit. That's fine. My pet can
you
die.
have gained
He
in
will
experience
resurrect over time,
and
so
skill. The quest
until we're
is
at higher level,
completed.
I'm not going to worry about healing him. Level up. Dump magic, dump time. Identify spy. I need to be using the magic to identify items. Anyways, okay, so that's one quest done. That was the boss, so now we just gotta find the item, so I'm just gonna run around. Should have dodged that, but I'm busy watching the map. I go for my job. Better be ready to hit a...
You
well,
are
there's-
fortified.
Speaking of stamina, about to say, I better be ready to pop a stamina because I'm going to run out and have enemies all around me. So when we've been through here, this is the start. I might be in trouble. I don't know where my dudes are. They're behind this batch of enemies. Great. I'm going to go ahead and heal. I may have lost them. There's my spiders. Okay. I guess I'm going to do some melee damage. I don't know what this does, but we might as well throw it on something if we have the space. We don't have the space. I'm going to leave those enemies. And then if I can't find the item, I'll go reread the quest and make sure I'm not supposed to kill something or a certain amount of something. I should not have gone the long way. Great.
You are exhausted.
Exhausted. I'm just going to walk for now. Let's go check the bottom racks, weapon racks. They never have anything useful. So I pass them up pretty often. Opportunity, I'm going to get hits. I didn't mean to pop that, but we'll pop that. Just testing to see if I could right click just to instantly use it. Alright, grab the random stamina. Let's just take off some of these. I'm just trying to complete quests. I'm not trying to do combat right now. Okay. I'm getting very aggravated. It's a whole run so far of the fishing has sucked. Just very long. We should already be at like level 10. Contemplating if we're going to 15 before we do most quests. So this has just not worked out great. I'm about an hour in, I think. Okay, there's one of the
You
items.
have completed a
A
quest.
lot of enemies, and there's a shaman up there, so we gotta watch out for summons. Debuffs. Yep, there's a debuff. I can no longer run. I think I'm gonna have to go do some melee. I hate doing melee, man. We have no defense. Alright, I gotta be on top of healing pots. I really need, next time we go back, I need to remember to do. Okay, just get some hits in before you. Okay, he's down himself. I'm just gonna damage tank. Pop some new dudes. Where are we at? We have to go to this yes. Yeah, we're at left. So I'm gonna have to go. The second we go back to turn these quests in, I'm gonna have to go buy some healing charms. Okay, we need one more item. It should be. Oh, there it is. Alright.
You have
I'm not
completed
gonna worry
the
about these
quest.
guys. I'm gonna jump down one level. I only have 3 spiders. Gotta hope we're not being spawn trapped or spawn camped. Pop some more real quick just to be safe. I think we're good though. We need a town portal. You can get a town portal spell you can practice using how to use the scrolls. The damage we're taking is ridiculous. The portal, return
You
town.
enter the portal.
Let's go turn in the quests, sell whatever items we get.
Your pet has grown more skilled. Your notoriety has grown.
Grab healing charms.
Good
You have
day.
gained in experience and skill.
Pendants.
Your
Check out
notoriety
the
has
items
grown.
once we've turned in all the quests. We need a full set of armor too. That'll help for defense because right now we are getting rocked.
Your
Well,
pet
what can
has
I do
increased
for
in
you?
power.
Okay, let's go ahead and dump points. vitality, a lot of charm. Soon, I'm assuming soon, I'll have to think it over, but soon we can start putting our charm points into other things, maybe defense magic, maybe casting, spell casting, just for a quicker casting speed, because that's kind of getting us in trouble. So a new staff, we've got defense magic, which we don't really need yet. Mana bonus, stamina bonus, attack bonus, knockback, vitality. We could use that after the nerf to our vitality. Reduced item requirements can be nice, but 1% is not going to be noticeable, most likely. I'm going to go hunt down healing charms before I forget.
Well, I've got plenty for sale, so I do, eh?
Okay, we're going to replace this item here, and we're going to swap it out and go off. This will be our backup, emergency only. If I pop this and go, oh shit, it vanished. Okay, we're not doing great on
How may I help you?
but we're going to go look for some new items we could Wyvern, we're going to go ahead and grab it. 10,000, it's hefty. Okay, that's what I was saying earlier and I got it wrong. +1 to level per 4 charm skill. Some of them will level per like 1 charm skill, so you can get them really high level. But I remember looking at just different stats and stuff people had posted and done the math on back in the day of what was best, and I believe, if I'm remembering correct, long-term Wyverns are the best. Who knows where we're going to get long-term? I will probably New Game Plus, so if we're shooting, I think it was 50. If we're shooting for 50, then it may actually be better to go with like a Strike or go with your Fire Drake. But I'm pretty confident in just aiming for the Wyvern spell. Oh, she sells healing charms. Eventually we'll be using only supers, but right now I think the normal healings are good, so we're going to grab that. We'll swap that. Now we have these 3, 8, 16, 19 look good. I doubt we'll need any mana for the run we're doing, so I'm just going to shred those real quick. Dispel summons, I don't think we need that. Increases attack speed, don't need that. We're not using melee builds. It's great for melee build though. Stamina, recharge stamina. Scale off of defense, but I'm going to have to level defense soon anyways. Fire spell, I forgot to look, was it a Griffin? The level 50 boss, because eventually we'll need to be able to, whatever resistance we need for that boss, we'll need to soup up, pop everything, run in, probably kill the things around it, town portal out, heal, grab some more. There's a few strats you can use for the final boss fight. Kills the caster, that would be very useful. 60 magic. We can aim for that, I'm not going to grab it yet. Caster, heals the caster and minions.
You have learned a new spell.
So we're going to start dumping a little bit into defense. Attack bonus, don't need that. Stolen. All these are low though. Life stolen per hit. Really nice on melee builds, especially if you can stack a bunch of superior ones. So that you're just continuously healing off of every... Okay, mana recovered. It's a normal sapphire. Didn't I throw a sapphire? That's a low, so that's a lot better. I think we'll grab that. No socketed pendants, because that would be nice. We need a pair of gloves and a helmet, if I can find a socketed pair. That we can go ahead and get some mana recovered on.
Good day to you.
Just for... mana's not really a problem right now, though. Nothing decent that I'm seeing that we need, but we might as well get some defense. So there's 11 more defense, that'll be nice. And we need some gloves. Try to find some gloves. Because right now we're just not keeping up. It should not be this difficult.
Have I got a deal for you?
No gloves that I'm seeing. Timberwolf. We could afford a well, you know what? I didn't want to do it. Well, actually, let's see. I've got some things to sell that I forgot about. I don't think I want to use that just because I like the buff to the charm skill. Does this have fire damage if I had to melee, but we're going to sell it. Set these aside just so I remember not to get rid of them. Now, can we afford, where was it? Right there. Too low, you know what we can do? We can fish. We're back to fishing. We're past an hour. I'll probably end the video soon. But I really want to get set up and ready to run for the next video so we can just jump straight into dungeon crawling. So here we go, man. Let's get back to some fishing action. All we need is one solid legendary that sells for like 600, 800k gold. That'll set us up for a while. We can do some reckless spending, go gamble on some good items. It keeps knocking on my door. If we can get really lucky, which usually doesn't take that much luck. What is my RNG right now? I'm gonna stop fishing, see if I can get it to pop, dude. This is horrible. If we can get some better RNG, we can get like a even a 60 to 80k gold item would be nice. But usually you'll end up with like 3 or 4 in your inventory before you fill it with, you know, the rest of the way with fish. And we just have not had that luck today. I don't know what's going on, man. I have no clue. It's horrible. What is going on? Why are we... Okay, there we go. I hope these Steam pop-ups... I got Steam pop-ups for like what my friends are doing. I hope they're not popping up, because I have a buddy that plays a lot of questionable stuff, and I do not want that popping up in the video. I don't know if I have it overlaying or not on OBS itself. I don't even know if I'm recording. I think I hit record. I don't have a second monitor anymore, so I can't look over and edit it yet. I've got a lot to do. We moved, and so I had my studio in a building that I did not live in, and was able to really deck it out. And now that we're where we are, I'm in the house again. I have to rebuild the entire studio and get it up to par for good quality audio engineering and production and recording and all of that, but also so I can record better content for gaming. Got to get a new camera, a new you know, better visual quality on my face, get the backdrop going, all of that. Which most of my recording, if I'm going to be honest, I'll probably be hiding my face. I don't know why I clicked that. Like the Cxldaf stuff, I probably won't have my face showing. It'll just be, you know, catch my mic, hide my face. We'll see though. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm enjoying planning around it. And the idea of setting the studio up in a new place, an entirely new setup, is going to be pretty cool. It's got me motivated. Very motivated. And let's be real. If you're watching this, you're probably a homer. I'm just kind of talking to myself more than I'm talking to any random viewer or anything. But if you happen to be a random viewer who clicked on this and made it this far, what's going on? I appreciate you checking in. Little passion project, just some fun, a fun reason to game too. You know, if I'm recording and there's a purpose, like I'm going to post it, I can actually enjoy gaming. I stay so busy and I have so many plans, and I have 2 different jobs that I work. One of them I own. I'm running it myself. CEO, baby. And I stay so busy that any gaming is hard to justify. It's like, man, I could be spending time with my kids, you know? I could be spending time working on this job. I could be spending time working on this project. I could be spending time trying to create something new. And so when I'm videoing and recording, it like justifies it mentally. I'm all the way there. And I can just do whatever I want to do, you know, without feeling pressured. So I can hop on a game I haven't played in years or hop on something new. And just no pressure at all. And this is the longest I've ever gone. Ever. And I've played this game for many years, off and on, for many, many, many years. 20 years. I was like 7 when I played this the first time. And I think it was the year it came out. That or like a year later. And I don't know if I've ever gone this long fishing without some kind of legendary item. Not counting that crappy dagger we got at the beginning that sold for like 8k or something. I don't know. It's just gambling. It's the same hit you get from rolling crates on a game, you know, on an FPS game. When you find that item, you hit that item, you identify it. Well, first you see the item, you get the item. Level requirement, level 70 or something. It's like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be sick. You identify it. Huge list of OP stats. It's gonna sell high. Go to the merchant, see what it sells for. It's gonna sell. Oh my gosh, or something like it's crazy. And right now we're very restricted by items, and I also have not been picking up items. You can pick up items, identify them, sell them, and we're relying on fishing. And so right now we're behind. So I gotta catch up. It would be really nice to start the next video whenever I hop on it again. Start the next video with a ton of gold, go bump our fame way up by paying the bard to play music in our name, and be able to, roll with a really solid setup and just push through, blow through like 10 levels of the dungeon, get to where we're not getting decimated by everything, unlock OP spells, room clearing, firebombs and stuff. It would be very, very cool. So that's the goal. That is the goal. Need a coffee. I'm tired. Like 30 minutes of this video or more has been sitting and fishing and catching absolutely nothing. What is my RNG, dude? I need my homie Rags. One King Raggy. That's the bro. I need him to come and just sit in the Discord call. His RNG in every game is ridiculous. And I need him to give me some of that luck. I think it's going to be surprising what I do with the channel. I like the idea of scheduling things and algorithms and doing this and that, but I also like the idea of having the freedom to what do I want to do today? Oh, I want to make some beats and just put together a compilation video and do that. Oh, I just want to get on camera and just chat about some new music project coming out or some new gaming project I'm a part of. Let's do that. Oh, I haven't played this game in years. Let's just do one single video where I check it out. Oh, I love this game. It's time for a yearly playthrough anyways. Let's do 10 episodes. I love these, which I hope there's not 10 episodes of this. If there's 10 episodes and I'm shooting for about an hour to an hour and a half, which originally I said about 40 minutes, but anywhere between 40 minutes and an hour and a half, and I haven't beat it in 10 episodes, I am failing hard. I'm absolutely doing trash, because I think my average playthrough time, if I'm not mistaken, was 6 to 8 hours, I think, on average, back in the day. So, at 10 hours, I've wasted too much time. Which, I mean, I've already kind of wasted about an hour. But, we are at what, level 9 in the dungeon, and we're at a slow pace. So, once we get really set up, we'll get our magic set up the way we want. We get good gear. We don't necessarily need high-level gear. We just need good stats, and we need good gems. We need superior gemstones, because once we get all the buff stats, defense is nice, but it's not that needed later on. Damage isn't really that needed because we're going to be using magic, so damage on the staff isn't that needed. We just need good stats to boost our casting speed, the damage of whatever we're... Dude. We have filled half an inventory again. with absolutely nothing. Come on, legendary ancestral footsteps. I just want to see that. That's the only one I'm remembering right now that just rates ridiculously high. Sunstone. So there's a gem. I think that's fire, right? It's related to fire resistance and, yeah, paladin build, I guess. Damage to undead, but fire resistance. Might be good to keep it, but it's not superior. And it's hard to justify a gemstone that's not superior. Okay, can we please just get one legendary card? I wonder if the game, I've never looked into it, I wonder if the game difficulty plays into this too, because I usually don't play Adventurer. What I used to do back in the day is start with like a, whatever the easiest mode is, do a very fast playthrough of that, just a few hours, very quickly play through the first difficulty, and then New Game Plus, and start the next character and bump the difficulty up then to whatever I was playing. And usually I think it's Heroic, the third difficulty. That was my average playthrough. I had like I think I've completed the game on Legendary. I can go back and look, because I'd have to go look at my old Steam account though, to get any of them that are past like 2 years ago. But I used to do the Legendary, which I think is the furthest difficulty. I used to do that. And then always give up somewhere because like I've progressed really far into it on a certain build, but I messed up somewhere, and now backtracking and leveling up to change the build or change the style or go fix something would have taken so long, I just gave up. So I usually stuck around on the third difficulty. That's what I learned to do. I tried speedrunning the game back in the past, and I just, wait a second, level 20, that's not great. Well, I'm guessing 20 to 30k gold, which will be nice. That'll get us by a little bit for what we need for the moment, but we really need a big hit. We need one big hit, and there's a lot of possibilities. There is a ton of stuff you can catch. Okay. Let's see. Desperate for your glass cover cup use. I guess I can. Alright. I guess I'll be right back. I gotta set these 2 cups I got in here outside the door. And I'll come back. Okay. I have returned. Let's just keep fishing. Rotting my brain out. If I didn't have kids, I'd be raging. I used to do, on my old, or Kids in the House, I used to do a bunch of just rage compilations. I would lose my mind. Back in the day, I did a bunch of Splitgate videos. I loved Splitgate when it came out. I got pretty good trick shot videos and stuff like that, which weren't that impressive. It's not like trick shotting back in the day. I used to do a lot of Call of Duty content too. Tons of trick shots and making people rage and random flicks. I watched, I always thought it was hack until I learned to do it myself. Not hack, but run up to a random spot in a map on like a search and destroy map on hardcore. And you just have memorized where lanes are, and you've learned. I used to go into practice mode or private match with a buddy and have him stand in like a doorway, and I'd learn where I had to hit. So then I could flick to the wall, and it tanked my KD. It obliterated my KD. But I used to get some clips that looked sus. They were hilarious. You'd run up, flick, and get one. It was like one every 10 games. I would hit a nasty, ridiculous flick, and then compilation video, you got 10 minutes of, hitting just, here's a trick shot, here's a not trick shot, but just goofy, jump out the window, spin around, pop off a hip fire with some bolt action, kind of a trick shot, but weak, just a little 360 out the window, jumping over a peak and quick scope, and just a bunch of like cooler stuff, but it didn't compete with like that old trick shot vibe from the old Modern Warfare's Black Ops 1 and 2. But yeah, I did a lot. I used to do a lot of split game, a lot of Call of Duty on my old channel, and I loved goofing off for like 4 hours and only trying to hit ridiculous stuff, because I wasn't really that good. I think I had like a 1.8 KD or 1.79, I hovered around there in search. I haven't played Call of Duty in years, and I was pretty much search and destroy only, usually hardcore. Don't know why I clicked that. But it didn't matter how good you were. I tanked my KD down to like a 1.2 when I started recording. And then eventually kind of got it back up. And then the next game came out, I quit shooting video content for it. I hovered back around 1.8 is usually my average. Only playing one mode that I'm an absolute fanatic of. Come on. Is that just a joke? Yeah. What is this? But yeah, the compilation videos were incredible. They looked sick. I didn't throw music behind them and stuff like, you know, we would have, 15 years ago? But it was really, really fun. And the comments were always, you know, you're cheating and this and that. And so I started releasing full videos here and there on like I had a second channel for a while, and where I showed like a 4-hour gameplay instead of streaming, I just would show like the whole 4 hours unedited. And knocking just about the whole time. Show like the whole 4 hours and be like, you know, yeah, I missed, you know, 80 of the 81 shots I took to hit this wall banger, this spot. But the compiled videos were hilarious. They were incredible. I miss doing that. The main reason I quit, my computer couldn't handle. I'm rocking on, you know, I got kids now. I got a house. I got better things to put my money into than a better computer if it can still record and I can still work and all of that. But those heavier games like COD, you know, 200 gigabyte games, the content just comes out looking horrible when recording.
You are overburdened.
I'm overburdened. Dude, this is a
Be welcome, traveler.
use 36. I was close. I think I said 30. Maybe I said less. I apologize for all of the sound coming through, because I know for a fact my kids they play loud, and I'm not going to stop them. Let them play loud. It's not my fault I haven't soundproofed the studio yet, you know? Or it's not their fault, it's my fault. Okay, we got some money. Do I do another crawl? I think I just end the video here. I think that's what I do. Can I afford...
I'm well known
so we leveled
throughout
up
these
once
parts.
off our thing. Anyways, I think I'm going to...
Gambling is the sport of
end the
kings,
video
you know.
here. I can't afford to gamble. I can't afford anything. I'm broke. Gosh darn.
Good day to
I
you.
think I've already checked all this, but going back to make sure there's not like a pair of gloves, because I forgot about the anvil, and I can do that before I quit. If I can find a base pair of gloves, I'll go throw them into the anvil. Not you.
Have I got a deal for you?
Because I don't want to replace the boots yet. I could throw the belt, the armor. Okay, I have stuff I can throw in the anvil. Just hope I can either get sockets on it, so I can put gemstones in there, or just for good stats. The problem is, you can roll a bad stat, and some of them are crippling. Alright, it's 1,000.
Fate smiles upon
Fate
you.
smiles, so only good. Attack bonus, don't need that. Let's do it
Fate
again.
smiles upon
Smiles
you.
upon you. That's solid, but damage dealt.
Fate has favored you.
Favored us again. So we're having good RNG here. Damage dealt. I need magic related, man. New sockets. Okay, I'm probably not touching it now. That's decent. Let's go.
Fate smiles upon you.
Unique powers. I think that changes the name and gives you a unique item you can find. Vitality and life. That helps because we lost that vitality earlier. And golden drop. I'll take it. Alright. At this point, I need to quit while I'm ahead.
Fate has favored you.
A unique casting speed on 1%, so it's not going to be noticeable probably. Stamina recovered. Okay, now these have nothing on them except for the gemstone. I don't want to risk messing this up because 7% is decent. So let's throw this ring in here because oh, it's 10,000. I don't think I want to do that. I didn't think I want to do that. 1,000 apiece is fine, but I really don't want to let the gold get low again. Which
My
I'm probably,
wares
next
are both
video, I'm probably
ancient
going to do a lot of
and
fishing.
powerful.
Slow spell. That is really useful for those dudes that want to run away. But I want to get into some damage. I want to do glass cannon, but I'll be summoning, so I can't be hurt that bad. So something like a shocking burst, yeah. Get me like a fire and electric, so depending on what the resistance is, I can swap between them. I think we're good there, I see a bunch of stuff. Reduces their defense rating, that would be great for the final boss. But by the time you get to the final boss, his minions are more of a problem than he is most of the time. Because it'll be a room with literally 30 or 40 mobs. And a lot of them are mini-bosses and have their own unique abilities. And you just kind of, I'll burn through a whole book sometimes. You're going to town portal a lot. Pop a town portal, don't go through it. Run in, do whatever you got to do. Run away, hop out, come back once you're fully healed, maybe with a different lineup of spells. It's a whole ordeal. Is there anything superior? Damage dealt. Superior, but damage dealt. Don't want that. Okay, ice resistance. That would be really, really, really useful. Do I grab it now just to store it? I can throw the mana recovery. I don't need mana recovery at the moment, though. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and go with ice resistance just to have it. Later on, we'll get a better belt anyways, and we can throw a better gemstone. But any kind of resistance sounds nice for the moment. But, I mean, 24 versus 40%. Like, well, that's a percentage. Do they just change from, you know, plus 24 to 24%? Is that how it adds up? Because I don't know. That still has a percentage on it, so maybe. No, that's still a plus. So maybe I just never noticed the difference. I wonder if that's the same with Sunstone. No, it's not a percentage. I don't know, I'm rambling at this point. Okay, that's going to wrap up this video. I might do some off-screen, I may not though, some off-screen fishing, trying to get us some legendary. Also, before I get accused, this is the Steam version. You cannot open up the console and spawn in items. None of that, you don't have access to that. This is unmodded and everything, so if I off-screen it, it's done legit anyways, but I may not off-screen, I may leave it right here, come back, and start the next video right where we're leaving off. So yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please sub. It's a relatively new channel. I never did a lot on this channel back in the day. I plan to do a whole lot more. It's going to be inconsistent, and hopefully I'm going to oversaturate the channel over time, which is horrible to say, but it just feels like a fun creative outlet that I haven't had for a while. So I can't tell you to expect to see, but I'm expecting to see. I'll tell you what I'm expecting to see. It may change. Some producer content, some like, here's what I'm working on. Yo, check this out. I'll probably put out a video where I cover this event I'm a part of for a video game. Pretty solid video game. I've had a max level account on it for many years. I've had a lot of alts on it, and I'm going to have a character in the game. It's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm out of here.